Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of cryptocurrency arbitrage trading. Please like, comment and subscribe. Please look at the links below in the description. They will save you money. So people had some decent open interest on BitMEX testnet before the massive dump, but now pretty much most of the positions are closed, obviously forcibly closed by liquidation, and people are just not putting bets on BitMEX testnet. There is maybe a bit of a premium here on the monthly. It's a quarterly June future, and this premium is probably a bit too high as well. I think in the future it will come to this level, but I would think that this June future for the current market conditions is a bit overpriced, but it's not something massive to take advantage of, because in the long term I think when the price will normalize and when the volatility will die off, this will be the normal price for this contract. It's just at the moment it is not. So the only interesting thing is that the funding for ETHUSD perpetual swap is pretty low, and it's not very low for what I would consider low for Bitcoin USD perpetual swap, but it is low what I would expect for versus what I would expect for a high convexity contract with some optionality component to it, because this ETHUSD contract and this position will make money every time there is some volatility. So this is what we will do here. We'll take advantage of the convexity component. So essentially, when you make your position long here and hedge everywhere else, when the price goes up, the value of this position goes up as well, because the ETH and Bitcoin are very correlated and they move together. So if the price of ETH and BTC goes up, the value of this contract goes up, and your long is a bigger long as the price goes up automatically without you executing any trades. And as Bitcoin and ETH go down together, the value of your long goes down and you're losing less and less money. So it's a big win, and it's certainly worth paying 0.01% per 8 hours for that. So it's a good deal. Now, how long should we get? Our account has 26 Bitcoin in it, and that would be 26 times 6.2. So we have 161k here. So we could leverage twice. So we can do 2x leverage maybe, but we would probably cross the risk limit here. So let's see. So 50 no, we would be close to the risk limit actually. So that's all good. At the moment, one contract is more or less $1. So if we open 300,000 contracts, I am afraid that opening this will skew the funding. But we can start with opening 200,000 and then reevaluate. Oh, we are already buying. Good. Okay, 200k for our position. And we are on cross. That is good. I don't know why the indicator shows that we are high in the auto leverage queue. I don't think we should be, but that's okay, it doesn't matter much. So we'll hedge this, so that's 200. We'll just assume that this bid gets hit in the future. I hope this will stay true. So that will be at more or less this price. That will be 25 Bitcoin, 26 Bitcoin worth of stuff. So I think this June future is a bit overpriced, so let's sell it. So again, 200k. And then we have to hedge our ETHUSD, sorry, ETH-BTC component. And we can hedge that with the future or with the swap. So this is a swap. So I think it will be fine to hedge on this swap. So we are selling, so sorry, we are buying ETH. So we need to sell ETH now. And the value was 25 Bitcoin. Oh god, this is, we might change the funding by doing this. So how many ETH are we selling? This 200k, well, it doesn't say how much it is. So it's 25.8 worth of BTC. So 1,230. Fine, let's do it. Or we could just go naked without hedging XBT USD exposure and free up some margin. But yeah, we are supposed to behave like grown-ups. We have enough margin now. When we were, struggling with the amount of margin with only 3 BTC, it was challenging. It's no longer the case. So we can do things properly. So let's hedge our ETH exposure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what are our positions? So we've already sold 400 and we have, okay, so perfect. So we'll just wait until this all executes and we'll make sure that what we have done did not change the funding on this contract and on this contract. It's already going up. Just to make sure we have better chance of execution, I have moved this order a little bit. So yeah, this is us. Hopefully we'll get some fills and we'll have pretty much positive optionality for almost free, for like 10% a year. So fingers crossed for all this getting filled. Now at some point I suspect that the ETHUSD funding even on testnet will go up, and at that point we'll have just to exit this trade. But so far it's buying an option very cheaply and we should certainly do that. I'll come back at a later stage. And here we are, a further update. So we did manage to open an ETHUSD long, XBT USD short. So these positions should more or less cancel each other, but they won't because there is convexity, and as long as we go further away from the entry price, the more we earn. This trade, I thought that we were planning to short 1230 rather than 1030, so I think just one small order didn't well, I probably forgot to submit it, to be honest. So our entry here was 2065, now we are at 20 something. So how about we submit something here? Cool, so we have this position finished and that's hedging done. Where is the liquidation? Oh, there is no liquidation for ETH pretty much, and no liquidation for Bitcoin. So let's just put where are our risk limits? We're good. And by opening our position, we did not change the funding, so that's good. That's probably the most important bit. ETHUSD, we went long, and that doesn't cause any issues. Funny fact, our long was supposed to be, well, at the time we opened it, it was 200k. At the moment after a dump, our long is 160k. So you can see how significant all this is. Fine, let's just open some more. So maybe further 150,000. Totally arbitrary number. We can go slightly up if we don't change the funding. How about we just open another 200k. The value of this is 200,000 and we have 26 Bitcoin in the account. Yeah, that's the margin value. Fine, let's open 200. YOLO. Well, post only would execute. Fair enough. So we have, oh god, we are hitting the maintenance margin levels. Okie dokie. So we have submitted 3 of them and we cannot submit any more. So one order like this is notional 6.4 BTC. Let's see whether we manage 40. By the way, we were pretty lucky that we did manage to get fills. Sometimes the price just escapes from you and you don't get your fill. So 190k. So how much is that in Bitcoin? So that will be 24 Bitcoin. 24.3. So let's go to the futures. So we're looking for 24.3. That's not too bad. Okay, so that's good enough. So we have longed that, we need to short this. Oh no. So we need one more. So we need 50k short. We cannot even submit 20, so 10, 20, no, only 10. So we need 40k Bitcoin short. 35. Fine, let's short this. 35,000. What is this thing? Ah, yeah, we have some large orders submitted. Oops, we're supposed to submit that only once. Here we go. So the rest of the hedging will go on these futures. These are overpriced, so I'm comfortable shorting these for the time being. I think at some point the premium on the ETHUSD will just go up. So we need 24 BTC, 24.3. So good. 1180. One. And 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should make us fully hedged, and we are now hitting the risk limits for these contracts more and more. So as we started with 1 Bitcoin, it was all nice. We were not at high risk of hitting these limits, but these days this is something we need to look at, and we cannot use stops because we have multi-legged trades. So usually it's reasonable to protect yourself from liquidation with stops. In our position we can't. Oh, we have completed buying this position completely. Sounds like a good surprise. And we did not increase the funding. Yeah, things are good. So our risk limit is 50 BTC and we are near that. The good thing is that as if we were to be liquidated and if we were above this limit, because you can go above this limit even though you enter below the limit, at some point in the future you can be above this limit. So it liquidates first to the first threshold, and then it liquidates you further to the next threshold. Fine, so we just need Bitcoin to go up a little bit and all these to be filled. That should not be. Should this be a huge issue? Hopefully not. I can see plenty of orders on the bid side. We'll have another look, make sure that it all works. So that's pretty much us. There is no opportunity on Ripple contract, and we will continue at a later point.